UFC on Fox, Shevchenko vs Pena is the 23rd in the UFC on Fox series, and it features a possible title eliminator in the women's bantamweight division. Former Muay Thai champion Valentina Shevchenko takes on Julianna Pena, who won the Ultimate Fighters Rousey vs Tate season. In the co-main event, Cerrone looks to continue his welterweight run against Jorge Masvidal. This is the first card in Denver since UFC 150 in August 2012, and the altitude always plays a role in Colorado. UFC on Fox 23 Shevchenko vs Pena is coming up Saturday, January 28, 2017 at the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. You can watch the preliminaries on UFC Fight Pass and the main card on Fox. For the main card, the women's bantamweight bout, Shevchenko, who's 13-2, is coming off the biggest win of her career over former champion Holly Holm in July, and she showed resilience by coming back after losing the first round. Pena, who's 8-2, has won 4 straight, and she's a strong jiu-jitsu artist who will have to get this fight to the mat. Shevchenko showed versatile striking, no small feat against Holm, and her takedown defense will be tested against Pena. If she can keep this fight standing, Shevchenko should win. Take her with your betting picks in this spot. Our pick for this fight is Shevchenko. For the welterweight bout, Cerrone, who's 32-7 and won the contest, is 4-0 at 170 pounds after a head kick knockout against Matt Brown in December, his 4th stoppage at welterweight. He has clearly found a new level of success at a weight class many people thought he struggled at. Masvidal, who's 31-11, has lost 3 of 4 since prior to winning his last 2, including a TKO stoppage of Jake Ellenberg, and he's very tough. He will have to end this quickly, but the longer it goes, Cerrone's varied striking and underrated grappling should win out. Our pick for this fight is Cerrone. For the heavyweight bout, Arlovsky, who's 25-13 and won the contest, is a former 2-time UFC champion. Once was an interim, but he has lost 3 in a row after being submitted by Josh Burnett in September, and all 3 were stoppages. Ngannou, who's 9-1, has won 8 straight and is 4-0 in the UFC with 4 stoppages. And while he is a good striker, Ngannou can handle himself on the mat. This probably will not last long and might spell the end of Arlovsky's UFC career. Watch the conditioning of this heavyweights in Denver the longer that this fight goes. Our pick for this fight is Ngannou. For the middleweight bout, Lombard, who's 34-6-1 and 2 no contest, is back at 185 pounds after struggling to make weight at welterweight, where he gassed out in a loss to Neil Magny. Then he lost to Dan Henderson at 185 pounds in June, but in both fights, Lombard definitely struggled after a good start. Tavares, who's 14-4, is a tough striker who has split his last 4, but both of his losses came by knockout, and Lombard is one of the most powerful middleweights on the planet. He should win this. Our pick for this fight is Lombard.